What's up, guys? Lore here with some more Brawlers Guild shoutcasting. I've still been experimenting with this quite a bit over on my stream. I've actually been live streaming some Brawlers Guild casting after my raids on Sunday and Monday, and this is some footage from the stream that I did on Sunday evening. I've been trying to figure out how to actually get it over here on YouTube. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together some short videos like this where I just sort of take some highlights from the night and brothers. That is a lot of brothers. I'm just going to sort of take some highlights from the night. Down in the description below, I will have a link to the full live stream on Twitch. So, check out these highlights. Let me know what you think. And if you want to, you can watch the entire evening's festivities in the link in the description below. Enjoy. Alright, see who we got next. We got Sketch Factor. He's rank 3, so he's not going up against Bruce. No, he's going up against Blatt, who I refuse to say as just Blatt. No, it's Blatt. Every time I say his name, that's how it's got to go. Let's see how Sketch Factor can handle Blatt. Blatt, by the way, sitting at 128 wins and 262 losses, so about a 1-to-2 win-to-loss ratio. And it's looking like Sketch Factor is doing pretty well against him so far, deciding to pop a whole bunch of DPS cooldowns. Does have the slows going off. Not really kiting on the move, and oh, he's actually trying to kill. It looks like he may actually be trying to kill the. Wow, suddenly all sorts of sounds everywhere. Looks like he's actually trying to kill the ads, which is not how you kill Blatt at all. So it doesn't look like he really knows what's going on here. So the question is he going to figure out what's going on before the DPS timer actually sets in? He has a minute left. Blatt is at 30% health. So he should be fine. Let me make sure that that's actually the right Blatt. Yeah, 37% health on Blatt. He's actually targeting the wrong one. So that 6% you're seeing right now is actually incorrect. He's targeting the wrong copy of Blatt. He can kill those off all day. They don't matter. He has to be able to kill the big one, which he is currently not doing. He may be now targeting it, but the time is slowly running out for him. He's at 35 seconds and falling rapidly. Keep in mind, by the way, the fires will spawn from this side of the room. He may... I'm just not sure which one he's targeting. No, the main Blatt is still at 25% health. I'm going to leave it like this. The fires are actually starting now. He is doing a little bit of damage, but he's got 14% to burn through before the fires actually come in. He will be running out of time here very, very shortly. It's now 6% health. Fires will be spawning again any second now. He's running out of time. He's got 1% health, and did he get him? Yes, he did. He did manage to take down Blatt before the fires came and killed him. Finally managed to tab target to the right thing and take him down. Alright. We have JDS returning to the arena. Ooh, looks like Great is here too tonight. Seen him before as well. Going up against Milliwatt. Let's see what JDS is able to do here. If he's able to put out the DPS that is necessary. If JDS has the DPS for the BGS... I don't know what the S stands for there. In fact, I barely even know what the B and the G stand for. JDS now at 55% health and slowly falling, but he is an elemental shaman. He will be able to heal himself if necessary. Milliwatt falling quite rapidly as well. He does step into the electric dynamite to avoid being polymorphed by the discombobulator ray or whatever it is that the ability is much too big for me to ever actually read the whole thing, but he does manage to take down Milliwatt in record time. That was actually quite a quick kill there on Milliwatt. Alright, who we got next? Come on, bring him on. Martyr once again. Let's see if he can avoid getting Bruce this time, if he can avoid being AFK this time. Looks like he is at his keys, so he'll be going up against Bruce here. But can he... Oh, he rolls a bit early. Here comes the chomp. He's in the middle of Fist of Fury. He does stun him, though. Okay, so he is susceptible to stun. Ooh, that made me a bit nervous there. But here comes the chomp, and down it goes. Martyr does take a hit, but does not die from it. Moves out of the way at the last second. Comes another chomp coming down. Martyr takes a hit from it, and down goes Martyr yet again. Bruce just racking up the kills tonight like crazy. All right. I did not see who's in there. Oh, Zista is in there yet again. Going up against Dominica, the illusionist, not illusionless. She has many illusions. She spawns them like crazy, and they will kick your ass, as we have seen earlier tonight already, just on Zista. So, we'll see how he's able to do this time. Has already gotten her down to 50% health. There's the smoke bomb, forcing all those illusions to move in, and with a quick He decides to killing spree. That's a strange route to take. Could have just hit Fan of Knives once. And he's actually getting really low on health now. Did pop Cloak of Shadows. 16% health now remaining for Dominica. Cloak of Shadows is worn off, though. And down goes Zista yet again. Dominica still had 120k health remaining. Needs just a little bit more damage to finish that off there. Let's see if Zista can actually kill Dominica this time around. He jumps in and immediately punts a marmot. Very nice, sir. Well done. All right. Let's see if he can take down Dominica the Illusionist. Doing pretty decent damage so far. The illusions are going to start to stack up. Should be seeing a smoke bomb. There's the smoke bomb. I'm going to force them all to move in, and he should be able to with that Fan of Knives. There he goes. Takes down a whole bunch of them, and now with Dominica at 14% health and falling, and his Cloak of Shadows is up now, should be able to finally get himself that kill on Dominica the Illusionist.
Noob wins.
Amakiko going up against Kirok. Let's see if Amakiko can do better than Kripkin did just a few minutes ago. There's now everybody getting knocked up into the air. And actually using... not seen that before. Uses the hang glider to avoid taking damage on the way down. It seems to have worked out for him. As now Kirok is taking tons of damage. There comes another tornado. Does not get knocked into the air that time. 16%, 10% remaining for Kirok. And he will be going down here very shortly. There it is. Amakiko claims the kill. Alright, here comes Excel. Going up against Millhouse again. Eye of the Tiger didn't work last time, so let's try something else. Good first spawn. Should be able to absorb both of those, and can. Alright, if he can get a good second spawn, where will this second spawn be? Ooh, that may be a good one. He may have just gotten extremely lucky. He's going to be able to absorb those three for just a second, not quite able to get the fourth, but now that those are down, he's going to move in, and yes, he did get a good second spawn. The Guile theme is working, guys. It's working. He's already at 80 stacks, and not quite, and there, a very nice third spawn as well. So he's going to be able to stay at maximum stacks quite well. Now the question is, he's gotten as good of a spawn as he could possibly get. Will he be able to bring the DPS that he needs home? Does he just have the raw power to pull this off? Popping a potion there for just a second. Going to do as much damage as possible. 68% health and falling rather rapidly on Millhouse. He's going down 1% every second at this point, which is actually a little bit behind what he needs. He needs to be going down faster than that. Now 36 seconds remaining, 53% on Millhouse. Is he going to... his stacks aren't even a thing. He's only at 15 stacks, Millhouse is. So Excel does not have to worry about killing any power crystals or anything along those lines. All he has to worry about is if he can do enough damage, but oh no, the fires are starting to spawn in. Millhouse is still at 40% health. I don't know if Excel just has the raw DPS output that he needs to be able to pull this off. 34% and falling, but he's only got about 5 seconds left to live. He's backing off a little bit. He has managed to keep his power overwhelming stacks up, but with 26% health remaining on Millhouse, 25%, and the fires are approaching, it just does not look like Excel is able to put out the numbers that he needs. Unfortunate. In fact, I would go so far as to call that
brutal.
Alright, Excel entering the arena. Going up against none other than Epicus Maximus. The most awesome boss encounter that's ever been added to the game. Epicus has been killed 4 times, but only 4 times on this server, which is a relatively low number than, well, pretty much every other boss in the game. This may actually be the most difficult boss in the game at the moment. So we'll see what Excel is able to do here. He's going to try and put as much deeps in as possible. Is doing fairly well so far. Actually well ahead of the DPS timer at the moment, as he's now down below 70% health with just under a minute and a half remaining on the Enrage. And falling quite rapidly. The trick here for Excel is going to be to get Epicus to come all the way in the corner like this, and then he will start doing that beam just like that. And now Excel can work his way outside of the range of the Blue Crush ability, so he doesn't have to worry about interrupting it or anything. He can just stay over here and pop off the deeps. There goes the Blue Crush. Always comes immediately after that Destructo Laser, and you see Excel is way out of range. Now, he did fall a little bit behind on that DPS timer, but I believe he should be able to catch that up. The DPS is going to be a little bit spiky here. He's still doing fine overall, 40 and 40 on those two numbers. There's the Destructo Laser. He's going to be able to move out of there, pop in the body and soul to get himself some extra distance in a hurry. And now as they are across the screen from each other, we'll see if Excel has the DPS he needs. He's got 25 seconds remaining, 28% health on Epicus Maximus. He needs to be putting out around, I believe it's actually, at this point, he only needs around 100,000 DPS to actually bring him down, which he should be able to do. He's got the gear for it. He's in my raid team. I happen to know these things, but he is running out of time as well. 11% remaining, 9%, 8%, 7%, 5%, and falling rapidly, 4%. The fires will be spawning any second. There they are, 2% remaining, 1%. Can he kill him off in time? Less than 1%. There's the Blue Crush. Epicus has fallen. Can Excel live long enough to get ported out? No, he dies, but he did get ported out as he died. Did that actually count? That is the closest I have ever seen a fight here in the Brawlers Guild. You do generally have to survive long enough to get ported. Did that actually count? I'm being told that he did actually get it. Fantastic. Congratulations, Excel, claiming the 5th Epicus Maximus kill on the server. Alright guys, that was just a few of the highlights from Sunday night's live stream. There were a lot more matches that were actually played that night, and you can check out the entire stream if you want in the link in the movie details. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and if you really liked it, maybe give it a like or a favorite, or tell your friends about it. Spread the word a little bit. Anything along those lines would be fantastic. I really do appreciate it. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Lore, and I'll see you later.